folks. So we've arrived at B&Q. Our builder came round this morning to take a tile off the wall as a sample so we can come and have a look and make a match. But as you can see, because the damage is so, it took the plaster off as well because of the dampness. So we're going to look for some, possibly a contrast, because we're struggling to find a match to the tile.
Yeah, we'll see what we can find.
So do you want to come to B&Q with us? And then do you want to come to Boots with us? And then do you want to come for some lunch with us? And yeah, and do you want to join us on this journey of home renovations? Anyway, let's go into B&Q.
All right, see you in a sec. So I bought these from B&Q online thinking they were a perfect match, but they're not. And they're not even matte, they're gloss. So I got misled. Stupid error.
And they weigh a absolute ton. Oh, Gary, that were rolling then.
Hey?
It stopped rolling, it was rolling then. There we go. So these have to go back in because they're a sheen, well, a silk finish. We have to get some matte. And this is the tile that we took off our bathroom wall. The builder took off this morning. I'm going to show them the back, Gary. So yeah, we were going to try and get a match, but the builder says that these have actually stopped being produced.
Well,
so
we're going to have a look.
Come and help us choose some tiles. Go on, Gary, you've got this. You can do this, Gary.
We've got a wonky trolley.
Don't blame the trolley. Poor workman blames his tools. What are you doing, Gary? So this is so overwhelming because there's row upon row of tiles. And it's like, which one are you going to choose, Gary and Claire? Which one's calling out to you, Gary and Claire?
Which one do you choose, Claire? Which one are you going to choose, Claire?
Well, yeah, and that. So this is the one I've seen so far that I actually quite like. I know it's a darker one and I like my colour, but we're not going to get pink tiles in here.
Oh, should we put a match in? Let's see if we can get it out.
So if we're going for a contrast, so basically that tile there that Gary's holding is the old tile that's going to be above this, and these are going to be running along the base of the wall, up 3. So yeah.
Think about it, it's just going to be a slightly different texture, that's the only trouble.
Yeah.
So this is more smooth, that's jaggedy. Keep looking.
Yeah. Hello again. So we think we found one, and I'll tell you why we found one, because it's called Avalon. And it's sparkly. I didn't know it was called Avalon, I just saw that it was sparkly and I was like, I want some sparkle. So yeah, we're just waiting to hear back from the builder to see if it's the right thickness. That sounded a bit weird, didn't it? Anyway, Avalon.
Avalon sparkly.
You can't make it up like Gary. He goes into the science bit of it, measuring it. I'm like, we're having it, it's called Avalon.
Pretty sure it came off. Definitely Avalon ones, aren't they? Great.
Yeah, but we did. And we've got the tiles.
his way back right near the entrance, which is miles away from the exit.
Oh, I can smell hot dogs, Gary. Can you smell hot dogs?
Yeah, burgers as well. Good DMG.
Bless you, Gary.
After a change of plans and a trip to Boots, which we didn't film, forgot, we'll go for some lunch at our usual haunt of Doddington Hall. After lunch, we had a look round the shop at their Easter decorations.
Hello. So, did you enjoy your trip to B&Q with us?
I did.
Did you not?
No, only joke.
I actually said when I was watching it back just now that Gary looked henpecked in that, but he's not henpecked. You're just a gentleman, aren't you?
Yeah. Them trolleys in B&Q I've got a mind of their bloody own. Especially them tiles being so heavy.
Yeah, because you're not meant to drag them, not push them, because when I actually took it back to the place where you store the trolleys, he couldn't push it, he needed to drag it in.
Right.
But anyway, so bring you up to date with the renovations, because we are going to document it on YouTube and on TikTok as well. By the way, if you're enjoying following us on here, YouTube, we are also going to be doing extra content on TikTok. So TikTok and Instagram, but TikTok especially. So if you want to follow us also on TikTok for extra content as well as content on here, then the links for TikTok are below. We may be doing more of the DIY stuff on there. So our builder came round on Saturday to take off a tile so we could take it to...
We might need to go back a step.
Do we really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, we had a leaky bath. I think we've mentioned it
We've
before.
mentioned that. We've had a leaky bath.
We've had a leaky bath, and we think it's to do with the grouting round the bath, going through the bath. And we mentioned that we realised the bath was badly installed.
So it pulls away from the grouting. So no matter how many times you grout it, it leaks.
So we decided we don't use the bath anyway. So we're getting rid of the bath. Yeah. So we've had a build around, and they quoted for us to get rid of the bath. And I said, "Oh, I've seen the tiles in B&Q." Because I assumed the guy who did this, guy-ess, did the tiling. I assumed they did it DIY style because they did such a crap job. So I kind of guessed that the tiles had probably come from either B&Q or Wix. So first step was B&Q. Found the tiles, ordered them, bought them, got them delivered. They weren't right, were they?
No.
Because they were gloss. I didn't even know you could get gloss or matte tiles. They just looked like our tiles in the photo. And they came in the gloss. And I thought, sugar. Well, this is no good. And they do look similar as well. But after speaking to the builder, and he knows some people who work at B&Q and things, apparently our tiles, the matte ones, they don't do anymore. The gloss ones are the new ones. And it's like, oh, bugger. So what are we going to do? So through the week, we've been looking at different tiles. I went to Wix, thought I found them again, and we got another tile. I actually got a sample this time and brought it back, didn't I? Rather than buying 30 tiles. And that wasn't any good either. So, moral of the story is, don't trust websites and what they look like on the website.
Yes.
You've got to see them in real life and maybe get samples and things. In a nutshell, we don't think we can get the tiles that are up. But the contractor said he went to B&Q as well. He said, there might be some more, but it's going to be really difficult to tell. It might be easier if we got a tile off and took it to B&Q to match it up rather than going backwards and forwards. So he said he'd come and take a tile off for us, and that's where Claire was.
And then we
coming in.
did. I don't even know where I was now. So we did.
We got a tile off the wall.
When he took the tile off the wall, because of the damp, the wall had stuck to it, so it looks like it does now. So we went into B&Q, and I tell you what, I had this when I was looking for a carpet in the old house. Grey. I know our bathroom's grey, but grey, 50 shades of grey everywhere. All the same style, just bland, and I'm like, I ain't gonna find a tile ever in this place. And then I did, found one, and it was a sparkly greyish, looks like a grey sandstone, and it's called Avalon, and it just looks nice, doesn't it?
It looks nice, yeah. It's the nicest of the lot, anyway. We didn't really have much choice in the greater scheme of things. I mean, there were some pattern ones, but they weren't the right shape. There were some nice pattern ones, but they just weren't the right shape, and we didn't want to start changing the shape because it would look a bit silly. So we wanted to get the same tiles, shape tiles, but different.
And we did.
We did, yes.
And then we came out when we needed to go to Boots to take something back, but we didn't film that. We
tell them what that was. So just
it was a laser shaver for me, and I got it in November. And the strange thing is that it's been on my bedroom floor for months, and I didn't open it, which is it tells you something there. And I did eventually the other night, and I went on to register it. And to register it, you had to put your skin colour in and your hair colour. So mine is obviously pale to pale blonde hair, stroke grey in some area. You can't use it, can you? Even though the box says you can, when you go on the app, you can't use it. So we had to take that back.
Yep. So I had to take that back to Boots, and we forgot to film it.
Yeah, which there was nothing to film anyway.
It was me. I didn't even argue with the
I
lady.
just said,
She just took it back really nicely.
I said put intention in it that it's going to go, because it's their fault. Whoever's made it, it's their fault. And then we went for some lunch at Doddington Hall.
Yeah, we were going to go to Lincoln, weren't we? And we were going to go to Bunty's.
It didn't work out.
By the time we'd gone to B&Q, it was getting late, wasn't it? And we'd have had to find somewhere to park in town, and then having a wander around. So we said, sod it, we should go and get something to eat. Doddington Hall's calling.
It was nice. I had my usual flatbread with salami on and mozzarella, and it was nice. They've changed the taste slightly, so it's more like an Italian taste.
Well, they've changed the menu, haven't they? Because I got a burger, but I couldn't used to get a burger because they didn't have a gluten, because I think it had gluten in the burger. And now you can get a burger that's gluten-free, I presume, because it had a gluten-free option. And it was lovely, really nice.
We shared the chips.
Yeah, because it was too much. It was too much for me, the burger and chips. So I said, rather than get some side of chips, we'll share the chips and the burger.
Yeah.
And I was full.
Yeah, it was nice. And then we said, let's go for a walk around the shop and do some filming, and then we'll come back in for a coffee and a cake once lunch has settled. And there was lots of Easter stuff there, which you've seen in the film, but by the time we'd looked round, it was like, to pay for cake as well after a lunch, not that we couldn't afford it because we could, but there wasn't that much choice. It'd been kind of decimated. And we said, we've got some cakes that you'd got from work but not had them because of the January restrictions. And we had those, didn't we?
Yeah,
but you had a Bakewell.
Yeah, we can make us coffee at home because we've got the coffee machine, and it's probably just nice, if not nicer, than getting it out and paying £4 or £5 a cup. Plus you have to pay extra at Doddington Hall for your substitute milks, which is a bit harsh, but so they missed out there.
I know. Then we chilled out for the rest of the day, and then on the Sunday we went to see your mum and dad. We couldn't go see mine because they are ill with cold. And then on the way home we've stopped at a curry house, which you're going to see in the next clips.
Yep.
We've seen, because we have to go through it each way to go into Leeds. Obviously it's in Lincoln our side. and it was a lovely meal, a really lovely meal.
The Maharaja.
One of the best we've had in a while. Not spicy, not oily, decent portions but not overwhelming. Really enjoyed it, and actually you could tell we enjoyed it because we actually finished it. And usually we go to a curry house, I think it's the spice sometimes in the oil, you feel too sickly and you can't finish it, but we finished it.
Yeah.
Really nice. Everything tasted unique and flavoursome, so you'll see that. It's well worth a visit.
I forgot what the village is called now. What's it called?
I don't know.
We'll put it in the comments. But it's just on the Trent, isn't it? And there's a toll bridge going between the A1 and getting into Lincoln, and it's right. It's the village for the toll bridge, and I can't remember what it's called now. But yeah, it's you wouldn't expect it to be there, the curry house. But I've seen it a few times. I wasn't sure what it was going to be like, but it's nice. Really, really enjoyed it.
So yeah, and that's us now. So we're next stop with the bathroom thing is going to be, I think they're going to start on the 17th.
Yeah, hopefully they're going to start work on the 17th and see how it gets on. Hopefully it gets done within 4 or 5 days. Hopefully, because we'll be smelly by then.
You can have sink and washes and stuff. Get washed in the sink. That's all.
Get washed in the sink like old days.
That's what people used to do though, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was watching a woman that she's got like a 1940s channel on TikTok, and she was living a day how they would have lived, and like 4 inches of water, probably even less, 4 centimetres of water, something stupid like that. And they weren't allowed to wash the hair. They had to wait every 3 weeks to wash the hair. It was just like nuts what these women were doing, and they had to, even though it was war, they were told they still had to make an effort. It was crazy. But compared to, we've had this conversation, compared to where we are now, when you go shopping for clothes, they're just not nice. And nobody seems to take a pride anymore. Somebody came into that takeaway place, it was a takeaway place and restaurant, with their Crocs and shorts on.
Yeah, they look like they live next door.
Yeah, people are just rolling into places at the minute, aren't they? It's and you look back to the 1940s or whatever, and they all dressed up, didn't they? And they made it look so effortless. Anyway, so that's where we're at.
Yep. If you want to leave a comment, that'd be fantastic, because comments help us channel. If you don't want to put anything, put, I don't know.
An emoji.
Yeah, an emoji of some description.
A hammer, a chisel, DIY, a builder.
Pan for the curry house.
Yeah, or an Indian flag for the curry house.
Yeah, anything you want. Just put anything.
And like the video, so the algorithm takes the video, and please do subscribe as well.
Yeah, if you haven't.
Also follow us on TikTok, because that's where, the thing is, now with social media, as creators, you really have to think about where is valuable. YouTube is, Instagram not so much, but TikTok is for earning money, and the algorithm on TikTok is a lot better than on here, by the way.
Yeah, it seems to drive us views better. We haven't put much on yet, but it's getting there.
I know my own independent channel on TikTok, Claire Thackeray, is growing very fast on there. So yeah, that's the TikTok is the place. So we're still going to be on here, but we're going to do extra stuff on there.
But yeah, please follow us on TikTok. That'll be great. That'll help us a lot.
Yes.
And we'll try and get new content and different content on there as well.
You can also do live. I hadn't told you this, Gary, but you can do lives on TikTok, and people can pay you as well. I'll explain it to you afterwards, because you'll be like, "What? How does that work?"
Yeah.
So we can do lives over there as well.
Good stuff. So we'll see you next time in the next natter. If you want to have curry with us, stay online.
Yeah.
And you can come and have a curry with us.
Yeah, enjoy.
Next.
So, Gary, it's time for a curry.
It is. Going to enjoy this. Poppadoms and pickle tray as an aperitif. I had a Sikh kebab and Claire had a mixed starter. Claire had a chicken tikka masala and I had a meat Rogan Josh, and we had a portion of chips and some boiled rice as a side.